David Duncan to the stage!
Alright. How's everybody doing tonight? What about this bar?
Yeah!
I like it because their bottle of Grey Goose is almost full. I hate it. Let me get the joke. I hate it when you're at the bar and like their bottles of Grey Goose and Patron and Hypnotic and Hennessy are all almost empty. Because it looks like somebody shot 3/4 of a rap video there and then ran out of money. I do a little bit of teaching, not so much teaching as watching kids, and I like to think they teach me. But what fucking animals we are inside. I watch middle schoolers during lunch and after school, just make sure they don't kill each other, hurt each other any worse. And I try to make them better, try to teach a little bit of tolerance, try to improve things a little bit. So the problem is middle school boys. They're animals. They can't handle anything. So the first thing they always want to do at lunch is they go, "We're gonna play Smear the Queer." And I'm like, oh, can you not call it that? It's like not really an appropriate term. It's not. And they go, no problem. We'll just call it Slay the Gay. You're not really getting why I objected to the initial name, you know? And he said, well, what do you want to call it? I'm like, all right, let's just call it Take the Ball Away from the Person Who Has the Ball, but not because of their sexual orientation. At which point, they go, all right, we don't like it. We'll call it Tag the Fag. I'm like, it's a little bit better, but like, how many more homophobic 3-word rhymes do you guys have? Like, I'm losing a battle of wits with an 11-year-old. Sorry, tolerance. I do like teaching though. Like I was in Russia and Ukraine for a couple of years teaching English, and you learn a little bit about their cultures by the kind of words that they want to learn and the kind of words that they have in their language that we don't have. And it's actually really cool. And so first, a lot of my students were guys, and so they wanted to know kind of more scatological terms. So first question I always get is like, what is word for, when you're doing out of your body? What is this word? And I go, that word in English is usually vomit. It's to vomit. And I go, very interesting. And what is word for when you are shitting and vomiting and toilet at the same time? We don't have a word for that in English. Really, because we are using this word almost every week. It's crazy. English is a very inconvenient language to not have such common words. So, all right, what is it? What is word for a woman on the day of her wedding? I'm like, that's the bride. So, very good. What is word for when you are fucking bride on wedding night, but you are not husband? Again, another word we don't have in English. They don't believe it. Are you sure you're a real English teacher? There are two groups of people who fantasize a lot about like the apocalypse, like living after the apocalypse, like preparing for it and thinking about how they're going to do it. Broadly speaking, these two groups are survivalists and cosplayers. That's kind of a 5-person joke. Now, the survivalists stockpile canned goods and guns. The cosplayers stockpile plastic guns and hentai. Another 4-person joke. The worst part is, this is actually the accessible part of the joke, so we might be in trouble as I keep working down. So stick with me a little bit, and if you're confused, find a nerd and just have them explain it as we go through this. Now, I think both those groups suffer from a real lack of imagination. All it takes for me to imagine that society has irreversibly broken down is driving in the rain at night. It's all I need, because like, after 5 minutes, I can't really see the white lines. Like, my lane is your lane is whatever. I'm not gonna drive in a 3-foot puddle. I'm just going wherever. It's not that important to me. After 10 minutes, I don't even yellow lines, doesn't matter. It's actually safer because you can see their headlights coming, get out of the way. No one's gonna slam into you from behind, right? So after 15 minutes, I've fashioned a crude but effective suit of post-apocalyptic armor out of all the empty cans of sugar-free Red Bull in my back seat. Like, it's sugar-free? Yes, sugar-free. The post-apocalyptic wasteland is going to be dangerous enough. No need to add diabetes to the list of dangers.